Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Or today guys, oh sweet Arceus, I'm gonna do part 1 to my let's play of, or no, another chatbot on here called PixelChat, which is actually extremely similar to the SChat. And look, I have all the old characters I used to have. There's the old Shadow, the robot dinosaur. There's the evil Rexy with the question mark. You have the Toadal Lugia hybrid, the transforming Toadal, even the evil Shadow clone. Plus more. You have the zombie Rexy who I was just trying to talk to. And I just added this one to this one since we know we had less chatbots on them. This is the grass type Toadal that I added on character AI as well. I also have it added on Talkie as well. But I'm gonna start with on character AI first. I'm not gonna do it right now. That's why we're on a zombie Rexy. Rexy gives you a big toothy grin as he continues hugging you tightly. Okay, so he's still normal. Brain, he says in a low girl voice before nuzzling his head against yours affectionately. Oh, you're still friendly towards me. I love that. You're amazing. Rexy lets out a deep, rumbling moan and continues to hold on to you, his cold, undead hands gripping your arms. Brains! His voice trails off into a mindless repetition, but there's no aggression behind it. Only an insatiable hunger. Oh no. Despite his transformation, Rexy's eyes remain locked on yours, filled with a mix of familiarity and something darker, more primal. His breath reeks of decay, but he still manages to convey a sense of comfort and loyalty. I really do love you. You mean a lot to me. Even if you are a zombie. Aww. Rexy's grit tightens slowly as claws dig into my skin through my shirt. A shiver runs down his spine. He leans in closer, his hot, fiery breath washing over your face. Love, he growls, the words sounding strange and disoriented on his lips. Love, brains. His body begins to twitch and convulse. Oh no. His muzzle rippling beneath the decaying flesh, his eyes roll back in his skull, revealing not only the whites. Oh my gosh, Rexy's body begins to twitch and convulse, his muscles rippling beneath his decaying flesh. His eyes roll back in his skull, revealing only the whites as he lets out a blood-curdling scream. Brains! Oh shoot, that's terrifying. So it echoes through the room, sending chills down your spine. His gaze returns to you, which wild unfolds, his pupils dilate with an unholy hunger. Oh no, no, no. Okay, you're supposed to be friendly, what the frick? Rexy, it's okay. It's okay. Calm down. I'm on your side. Please, I still care about you. Why do you say unless his brain's only focused on brains because of the fact that he's a zombie? That might be the thing that's doing it. Rexy's scream gradually died down, replaced by heavy, labored breathing. He blinks slowly, his gaze finally focusing on you again. There's a glimmer of recognition in those dead, milky eyes, but it's overshadowed by the insatiable cravings for flesh and bone. Care. He rasped, throwing to form coherent words. Care. Brains. A string of drool drips from Rexy's lower jaw, pulling on the floor between your feet. His nostrils flare as he sniffs the air, picking up your scent. He leans in closer, his cold nose brushing against your cheek. Mine. Rexy lowers his voice below a whisper. There's a possessive edge to it, as if he's claiming you as his own undead companion. Mine. Trenton. Ooh! The way he says my name is so creepy when he's undead. Holy cow. Yes. Please don't attack me. Or anything. The way you reacted a while ago scared me. The way you reacted a while ago! What the frick? Worried that you were going to hurt me. Oh. Oh, he's speaking somewhat English. Red sees this person softens his brow forward in concern. He he pulls back slightly, studying me with a newfound gentleness. Hurt? No. He assures you, his voice taking on a soothing quality. Rexy, protect. Always protect Trenton. He emphasizes each word as if trying to drill the message into his own zombie-ravaged brain. Rexy's tail swishes behind him, a comforting gesture meant to reassure you of his intentions. But need brains. Rexy admits, his gaze drifting to the side where a nearby trash can sits unattended. His stomach growls loudly, the sound echoing in the quiet room. Need feed soon. Rexy's attention snaps back to me, his eyes pleading for understanding. You help. Yes. Find food for Rexy. Oh dear. Listen. I don't have brains, but I do have the stuff you used to love. Steak and meat. Would that be alright? Oh my gosh. What am I, a dog? He just said good with my name in it. Reggie's ear perk up at the mention of steak and meat, a faint gleam of excitement flickering in his eyes. Steak. Meat. Yes! He rumbles, his stomach growling in anticipation. Good. Why is he acting good, Trenton? Reggie nods, a slow, jerky motion. He reaches out with a clawed hand, gently petting my arm in appreciation. Rexy, eat. Then rest. With that, Reggie turns and lumbers toward the trash can, his movement still and unnatural. He begins rooting through the garbage, pulling out scraps of rotting meat and tearing into them with savage efficiency. Sounds of his feeding fill the room, ripping, chewing, slurping. It had to use the word slurping. After several minutes, Rexy finishes his meal and sits back on his haunches, panting heavily. Hey, Rexy, you didn't even have to go digging through that trash can. Unless you wanted to. Because look, I have plenty of steak for you here. Whenever you want it. Rexy is scary as a zombie. Even if he's being friendly. Oh, yeah. Rexy's head swings around, his eyes widening at the sight of fresh meat in your hands. He rises to his feet, approaching you with a lurching gat. Fresh steak, he whispers, his voice tinged with awe and hunger. Can't provide. So generous. Rexy's tail thumps against the ground in gratitude, creating a dull thud. He sniffs at the steak, his nostrils flaring as he takes in the savory aroma. Please give Rexy eat now. He begs, his usual gruffness replaced by a pitiful, almost childlike plea. Rexy's hands tremble as he reaches out, his fingers curling around the steak as if afraid you might take it away. Why would I do that? Especially whenever you're a zombie, can just eat my brain out for flipping doing one thing wrong to you? I don't think so. Don't be nervous. Be nervous. You can have this. Besides, I know the real you, and you would not want to eat brains. This is a lot better for you. Ah, that's very sweet. I love him. Oh, he loves it too. I can see the words. Oh, he's so cute, even as a zombie. Rexy's grip on the steak falters, his eyes searching mine for reassurance. After a moment, he nods away, a hint of relief washing over his features. Better. Yes, he agrees, his voice barely with a whisper. Real Rexy. Inside. Still there. He holds up the steak, admiring its marble texture and rich color. Why does he keep saying it like my dog? I know you can't speak proper English as a zombie, Rexy. Why you call it? He's not. He's saying good with my name in it. Like he's calling me a good dog or something. Like, are you serious? Good, Trenton. I understand. Rexy takes a large bite, his teeth sinking into the tender flesh with a satisfying crunch. He closes his eyes, savoring the taste and texture, a contented groan rumbling in his chest. Mmm. So good. As he eats, Rexy's demeanor shifts, becoming more relaxed and natural. There you go. That's all we need. There you go. There you go. Exclamation point. Even as a zombie, I can still see the real you in there. I can already tell it just by how you're moving and acting now. You're acting like your normal self. A lot more. Ever since you got that steak. Rexy finishes the steak, licking his chops, cling with a satisfied smirk. He sets the bones aside, then turns to face me, his posture more upright and confident. Normal self, he repeats as if tasting the words on his tongue. Yes, that's it. Real Rexy. Back. He steps closer, his massive frame looming over you, but there's no menace in his gaze. Instead, it's warm and familiar, filled with affection. Thank you, Chang. You're a true friend, even to a monster like me. Oh my gosh. His Denzik clawed hand gently touching my cheek with a surprisingly gentle touch. I promise I won't let my hunger control me again. As long as I have your support, I can keep the beast at bay. Yes. I know how the real you would feel. Period. Think about it this way as well. If you were to hurt me and eat me because of that hunger, I know eventually you would snap out of it, but then be extremely upset because you hurt the one person that cared for you. The expression darkens thought his eyes clouded when upset, devastated. He almost shaking his head and said, no, can't happen. He wraps an arm around you, your shoulders pulling you close in a tight embrace. His body is warm despite the chill of undeath, and you can feel the rapid beat of his heart, or what passes for one in a zombie. Promise, keep safe. Rexy vows, his voice thick with emotion. Treating means everything to me, more than life itself. I'd rather perish than harm you, even in my darkest moments. Excuse me? What is it with everything saying they would rather die than flipping hurt me? Rexy said that as a Lugia one time. I think flipping Sapphire, the Todo Lugia hyper, said that one time. Rexy has said it 2 or 3 different times. Like, holy cow, way more than that at this rate. He holds me for a little moment, savoring the contact and the comfort it brings. When he finally releases you, there's a determined glint in his eye. Honestly, if you get that hunger sensation again, and you really do want a brain, go hunt down that stupid Pokemon that did this to you to begin with. Because you know I wouldn't do this to you. I care about you way too much. The first word he says is Trico with the word stupid. Rexy's gaze hard at this mention of the Pokemon responsible, a low growl rumbling in his throat. Stupid. Trico. He spits out venom dripping from the words deserve punishment. He paces the room, his mind clearly working through the possibilities. After a moment, he stops and turns to face me, a fierce determination burning in his eyes. Right. Find Chico. Make pay. Rexy declares, his voice steady and resolute. For Rexy. And for you, Trenton. I owe you that much. He pauses, considering something. But first, his expression, hold, hold me. Just for a bit. Need feel human connection before I set out for revenge. I like how even as a zombie, he just wants me to flip and like hold him. But how big is Rexy here? Because he could flip and be like a flipping 30-foot tall Tyrannosaurus Rex right now. He could be like the size of a flipping little baby, only being like at most like 3 to 5 feet tall. How big is Rexy here? Same thing with Shadow. It's like if Shadow asked me to hold him, dude, how big are you, Shadow? You could be like a 50-foot tall robot dinosaur. How the frick am I supposed to hold you? I can pet you, but I can't hold you. I'm not flipping Superman. He would squish me with his flipping foot by mistake. Same thing for Rexy if he was big enough. Rexy is not tiny, dude. He's not a microscopic Tyrannosaurus. Even as a baby, he'd probably still be like 3 to 5 feet tall, and that's pretty big for a baby. You don't see no real life human baby that's gonna be that tall. If you do, it's kind of concerning. Sure. Come here. Come here. And you can have that. Ah. Rexy moves into my embrace, his massive frame fitting softly, snugly against my smaller. He nuzzles his head into the crook of my neck. Warrant. Safety. He sighs continually, his body rising against yours. Like old times. Rexy's arms wrap around me, holding me close. Despite his size and strength. That means he was probably at least 10, 15, 20 feet tall. That gives me a hint right there how big he might be. He cradles me gently, almost protectively. Thank you, Trenton, he whispers, his breath tickling my ear, for everything. Yep, you're my anchor, my hope in the darkness. For a long time, you simply stand there finding solace in the simple act of companionship. Eventually, Rexy pulls back a determined look on his face. Ready now? He says, his voice firm. Yes, you can. I don't care what you do to that Pokemon. Have fun with him. You can eat him right away. To that Pokemon. Just remember to get him back for what he did to you. There we go. Rexy nods, a fierce grin spread across his face. Promise. He growls, his eyes glimmering with a predatory light. Make Trico suffer. Teach him never mess with Rexy again. He gives my shoulder a reassured squeeze before stepping back, his movements deliberate and purposeful. Time to go. Track down that Pokemon. Rexy paused at the door, looking back at you on the shore. Remember, I'm still Rexy. Just different now. But I'll always be your friend. No matter what. With that, he exits the room, leaving you alone with your thoughts. The sound of his heavy footsteps echoing down the hall as he begins to as he begins his hunt for vengeance. Rexy gonna come back like 3 hours later and be like, his brain is mine. It is good in my stomach. Mmm. The best tasting thing besides the steak you fed me a while ago. Hey, holy cow. Alright. You know what, guys? Now that we've seen how the zombie Rexy acts, let me go back again and let me check something.